Hi everyone, welcome to Let's Celebrate TV Live. I'm your host, Peter Lee. With me today, as always, over at the Command Center is the man behind the curtain that makes it all happen. He's my very own Wizard of Oz. It's my husband, Phil Gordimer.
And good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whether you're watching us live or on Team Replay.
All right, we're starting out with a cocktail. As always, we're making a Cranberry Paloma. Now, this is going to be part of one of our upcoming episodes. We're going to start with some tequila. Use a good tequila, not, Uncle Jerry's bathtub tequila. Use a good one. I'm going to need to start 4 ounces or 120 mils in our glass. Cranberries next. I use 100% juice, not the cocktail. I prefer the 100%. Same amount, 4 ounces to start. And I'm saying to start because I need to do this in batches. We have a friend over in our studio audience, and so I need to make 3 of these. So we'll start with 4 ounces. All right. Grapefruit is next, and that's what makes a Paloma, is that it uses grapefruit. Ruby Red, again, the 100% juice, not the cocktail. This is no sugar added, it's just pure grapefruit juice. If you wanted to squeeze your own fresh, you could, certainly. I didn't want to today.
You got good grapefruits yesterday.
Yes, so 2 ounces or 60 mils of grapefruit. So, Rob, there's not a lot of grapefruit in it at all.
Right, it would be red. It's better than
Yeah.
regular.
lime juice is next, and this I did squeeze fresh. So for 2 of these, I'm going to need 2 ounces, 60 mils. And then simple syrup. I'm going to need 1 ounce. Why simple syrup? That's going to help all these juices and the alcohol stay combined, and it's going to mellow out some of the harsh flavors. It's just going to bring it all together. Yes, I'm using store-bought. I'm trying to use this up. You can make your own, but this is convenient to have on hand. So I need 1 ounce, 15 mils. I have a shaker with some ice. In we go. You know what time it is. Part 1 of the Shaky Shaky. All right. If I can get this off. There we go. Now normally, you know me, I like everything in martini glass, but this is going to go into a rocks glass. So I'll use my little tongs. People don't get upset that I'm touching the ice. I want some fresh ice in the glass. One more. Okay. Now we're going to strain this in. I will try and split it evenly, and then I need to make 1 more batch to maybe top it off, but let's see how we do. It's a pretty color. And you may think like, oh, it looks like a Cosmo, but not really. You know, we might be okay.
Yeah, I think so. Just
so
be
too.
light on the
Awesome.
next item. And fill the glass with it.
Yeah. All right. So there we are. Now, the other thing that makes a Paloma is you top it with something sparkly. I'm using club soda. You could use a grapefruit soda if you wanted to. You could use sparkling water. And really just a little
You know,
splash
Kelly
like
would
that.
say champagne. I'm just
Well, you
saying.
probably could do it with champagne, but just a little, just a tiny bit. How are we going to garnish that? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. You could garnish it with frozen cranberries if you wanted to. I'm going to garnish. How pretty is that? With a wedge of grapefruit. Just across the top like that. All right. How gorgeous. All right. You want to come up for this?
Yep, hold on.
Okay. Yeah, you can deliver this first. You can deliver that. Thank you.
You can drop mine in the drink.
I will drop yours in the drink.
Thank you, sir.
I'll even give it a little squeege for you. Just like that.
I love me grapefruit.
I know you do.
There's
do the
just
same
enough
to me.
tequila in here to let you know. It's a good drink.
Yeah.
We tested
All right.
multiple versions of
Yes,
this
so-
because we filmed it yesterday.
Cheers. Cheers. Thanks for joining us.
Could use a hair more tequila.
Okay. You say that about all the drinks.
Well, what can I say?
So you might think this is kind of an unusual drink for Christmas time,
Oh, I like that.
but it really isn't. In a lot of parts of the world, having citrus at Christmas time was a great luxury, and it's still a tradition, especially in the colder regions. You know, like in the UK, Canada, things like that, where it's always super, super cold. All right, let me clear the decks.
While you do that, let me check in with who's here. And we've got Mark up, and we've got the Pepper Tree Villa boys. And let's see, we've got Cold Stony. We've got Ben. Let's see, we've got Jack and Paul. And who else we got? I saw Suzanne from the Florida coast. And Marina. And yes, Marina, I did watch your episode
Yes,
with
we
the
did.
Scottish shortbread. Yes,
Thank you
You
for
did
that.
a great job on it.
Yes, you did.
Let me put us both on screen here while I finish doing the rest of these.
Yes,
Yeah,
great
that's
job.
exactly what I said.
Yep.
Yep.
But, you know.
And Hank's in. He's having a spiked eggnog.
Oh, nice. That's another episode coming up, but we'll talk about that a little later.
And there's Jack. All right, so I think that's everybody.
Okay.
Let's see here. Let me hit that button as soon as I clear. Hold on, let me clear the screen. I got too many things up at once.
My goodness.
Let's try this again.
Having a day, aren't you?
Really. Let us know in chat where you're watching from. Say hello from your city and state, and we'll show you what it looks like. Like, here's what it looks like right now, just in the beginning.
Okay.
And we'll see how it goes by the end of the day.
All right. Alrighty, so it's all about desserts today. Now, I normally sit down and do myself, I type out a little outline and spotted deer in our backyard. Is a reindeer? Did it have a red nose, Mark?
We have lots of
Yeah.
deer here. Actually, we have lots of wild turkeys, too.
Yeah, we do. And not the kind that come in a bottle. Anyway, I don't have that today. I have some handwritten notes. Here's something silly. We always got an orange or tangerine in this toe of our stocking. We did too, Suzanne. There was an orange or a tangerine, which had some symbolic thing, an apple, and a walnut. And the walnut meant, like, I don't know, fertility or prosperity or something. Anyway, I started working on things yesterday, and if you recall, last weekend we did not have a good Thanksgiving weekend, so our holidays kind of got off to a yucky start. So I started writing this out, and I don't know if you can see this. It's all red and green ink. Every other word, red, green, and I remembered, I don't know why I even started doing this. I saw some red and green pens in the drawer, and I grabbed them. But I remembered when I worked at Brooks Brothers 100 years ago, the office manager insisted everything had to be red and green, and you had to alternate each word red or green. And when you're trying to do like all your paperwork and stuff and end of day reports and all that other nonsense, it was a real pain in the you know what to red. And if you messed up, she would make you start over. Yeah. So kind of I had to laugh at myself that I'm writing in red and green ink, but it was kind of fun and improved my mood. So this is kind of a series today, the beginning of a series. It's all about desserts for the holidays, but maybe not necessarily what you're expecting as far as cakes, pies, cookies, pastries, whatever. And we're starting with dessert because when you're cooking a dinner, at least for me, I often do the dessert first. Why? Because a lot of cakes, they take a long time to cook, they need to rest. Pies often are much better the next day. Ice creams, custards, and things, it's all so much better the next day. So it's good to do it ahead of time. So we're going to start with dessert.
Now, part of this is because from Thanksgiving on, you have so many cookies and cakes and pies
Right.
that by the
Right.
time Christmas comes around, and then you have someone like me who has no sweet tooth and doesn't like chocolate. So I look forward to things like cheeses and wines and an after-dinner cocktail as my dessert. So we thought it would be fun to look at it from that avenue.
Yep. So let's start with some traditional things. Now, probably you all have in your families traditional desserts that you have for whatever holiday, be it Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, whatever it is. So tell us in chat what some of your traditions are. What's that dessert you have? You know, like you have pumpkin pie or apple pie at Thanksgiving, maybe. So we'll start with some traditional things. Of course, my Scottish shortbread, and I just made this one this morning. We have to have this. It's not the holidays if we don't have it.
And Marina made it
Yes,
on her
Maria, thank you,
show
yes.
and gave us lots of credit. Thank you.
Now, these are pizzelles, not fancy ones. These are actually store-bought. I know, I don't have a pizzelle iron. But it's a traditional Italian-American type of cookie crisp. And usually they're anise flavors, though I saw a whole bunch of other flavors today. Lemon, chocolate, all kinds of crazy flavors. And they're very light and crispy. And a pizzelle iron is like a little waffle iron. And it's a very thin batter, so it makes these little crisp crackers, cookies. And they're not too sweet, and the anise flavored ones are really good because anise or licorice, fennel, helps with digestion. I guess there's an enzyme or something. But so this is more of a traditional Italian-American thing, but it's a delicious thing. Now, you might not know what this is. This is Yorkshire gingerbread. And I have a cookbook written by a couple of very famous chefs from England. And this is their recipe in it.
Oh, say the name.
Well, it's from the Two Fat Ladies. And now, I made this years ago and I didn't care for it, but I thought I love gingerbread. Let me do it again. And I made it again, but following their recipe, this was a little overdone for me. So I did what you're not supposed to do. I made a bunch of notes in my cookbook, crossed things out. So like it calls for cooking it for an hour. I pulled it at 45 minutes and it was still a little much. But gingerbread, it's dark and spicy, and this is not the cookies. It's cakey, and they eat it with like a lot of butter. And it's very popular. It's very spicy. There's a lot of allspice and ginger, of course, and molasses and brown sugar. So it's very dark and rich, and spicy things, sweets like this are very popular in other parts of the world.
So in chat, tell us, what would you have for dessert that's not a sweet item? It's not a baked item. It's something other than a store-bought cake or pie or something that you baked.
Should we do this?
Yeah, sure.
So I said gingerbread, not like you were probably used to. You're probably thinking little gingerbread men. And here's a book that has a recipe on page 10 for gingerbread. It's 25 must-bake cookies or Christmas is ruined by Arnie de Herrera and Doug Silva, our friends at Pepper Tree Villa.
The holidays are coming. Don't let Christmas get ruined. With the must-have recipe book filled with holiday treats, 25 must-bake cookies, or Christmas is ruined. For just $25, shipping included, you'll get every recipe you need to turn your kitchen into Santa's favorite stop. Incredible delights like molasses, cranberry, eggnog, classic gingerbread, and 21 more that make Christmas taste like Christmas. 25 must-bake cookies or Christmas is ruined. Bake the joy back into your holidays.
So that's fun. So yeah, that's my version of gingerbread, or the Two Fat Ladies, but Doug and Arnie have a great recipe where you can roll it out and cut out little gingerbread men. And it's perfectly delicious. So what else is there for desserts that you can have that isn't a sweet thing, isn't a cookie, a pie? A lot of cultures will have a fruit tray. Yeah, we'll just put a little basket of fruit. Again, apples, oranges, bananas, whatever they happen to have. Good for the digestion.
Hold on, put that back there. You were supposed to be showing off some salt and peppers. Did you forget?
No. Does anyone spot the salt and pepper in this? It's show and tell time. This is actually a salt and pepper shaker set. And you can see little holes here, and I don't even know where oh, here they are on this one. And I have left this sitting out many years on a table, and a guest will come in and go, why did you leave a banana sitting out? So I got these in Provincetown, 30 years ago. They were not cheap. They were not cheap, but I had to have them. So that's my show and tell. And I wasn't going to do these because they're not Christmassy, but Phil insisted. So here we are.
So, Andrea, no, I didn't get your email, but then again, I've been working on the show all day, so I might have missed it.
I think I saw something from you, Andrea.
Okay.
I think But I don't know now either.
I'll check when I get done.
Yeah.
We get done today. Oh, we're getting lots of good ideas of
Yeah?
things that are not. I'm queuing them up.
Okay. All right. So one nice thing to have that is not sweet and cakey and whatever is a cheese tray. But this is a case where you want to keep it simple. You don't want a big, heavy, full charcuterie board filled with everything. This is just to top off the meal, relax with some coffee or a cognac or something, and have a little nibble just to help the digestion. So I'm going to put one together because we're all going to snack on this later.
Ooh,
Or
that's,
now.
That's what you didn't get when you went out.
What didn't I get?
Grapes to go with the cheese.
Didn't I? I said earlier, like right before we went on, that I wanted to get grapes and figs, but they looked terrible. And our
Okay.
ShopRite was in the middle of, on the busiest day when the sale starts. They decided to completely reset the produce department. So sometime Doug and I want to try making a croquembouche for a family Christmas. That'd be fun.
And Hank does have a handy-down iron.
Do you? All right. So I'm starting with, I have some sharp cheese here. I just happened to spot this one. It says it's been aged for 10 years, so we'll see. I do enjoy making Yule log. Oh. I had a brother, one of my late brothers was a baker and a pastry chef, and we did a Yule log one year. And it was a royal pain in the neck. He was, even though that's what he did for a living, he was just very stressed over it. And when I say we made it, I meant I stood there and watched him because he wouldn't let me help.
When you bake that, you have to time it because you can't let it cool down too much.
Right.
You have to dip the stuff on there and roll
Yep.
it before it cools down too much.
Yep. And it was fascinating watching him work and do that. But so this is a blue cheese, some new type of blue cheese that I've never seen before called Grand Noir. I like doing a sharp, a blue, and something else. And I'm leaving these whole because people can just help themselves. Just crumble it off. Now, I said something not sweet. This is not sweet, but I couldn't resist this because it is for dessert. And it looked interesting. This is a baked lemon ricotta cheese. And I believe we had this once before, dear.
We did.
And it reminded us of lemon meringue pie, but it's cheese. So I thought, okay. So we have our 3. And now we can fill in the blanks. But not a lot. Like I say, you don't need to have a great big heavy giant tray. You could put a few mixed nuts, or you could just do plain, like plain almonds. Maybe some dried fruits, some cranberries. For prettiness. A little here, a little here.
As a hush comes over
As
the room.
hush comes over, yeah. A few dried apricots, because why not? They're pretty too.
I love those.
I know you do, that's why I'm putting a lot on here. And then I found some really interesting looking crisps.
We've had them before.
I don't think we have. I don't think this is what you think they are. These are phyllo crisps. It's phyllo dough.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking about the cranberry walnut.
Yes. No, this is something completely different that I thought would be good for a desserty type tray. So these are actually made of phyllo dough. And they have nuts and cranberries on them. So see, really, this is all you need for a nice after dinner tray.
We got some cheese knives to throw in there.
Yes, dear. I mean, are you new? Though I don't have any of those Christmassy things anymore.
Aren't they upstairs?
No, I think they all went in the Great Purge of 2024.
Yeah. We swear we didn't purge stuff, yet we can't find a ton of stuff.
Okay. No, we did. We did a huge purge of decorations and lights and
Well, that
tchotchkes
I
and things
remember,
last
but
year.
I don't remember kitchen finalia because,
Yeah, it was under Christmas. And they were all...
God forbid I touch anything in the
that's right.
kitchen
That's
and
right.
throw it out.
Because what happens?
That's divorce.
That's right. Anyway, so there's that. That's an idea for a savory, not necessarily sweet. So that combined with a nice fruit tray. What else do you need? We don't need my salt and pepper. So let's clear this out of the way. Can you give me a moment? Mm-hmm. Do a jig, do a dance.
Get ready to sprinkle some extra fun into your viewing experience because we're thrilled to announce the launch of Let's Celebrate TV YouTube channel memberships. This is an amazing way for you to show your support for the channel and help us continue creating all the delicious content you love. First up, we have the Spice Rack for just $3.99 a month. This level adds a dash of excitement with exclusive loyalty badges and emojis, priority reply to your comments, early access to new videos before anyone else sees them, behind-the-scenes photos and status updates, and members-only polls where your voice helps shape our content. Next, let's stock up with the pantry staples at $6.99 a month. This tier includes all the perks from the Spice Rack, plus exclusive members-only shorts, special member shoutouts in our live streams, a direct personal email to the hosts for a more intimate connection, discounted merchandise so you can show off your Let's Celebrate TV pride for less. And for those who want to truly get in the kitchen with us, we present the Sous Chef for $14.99 a month. This premium level includes every perk from the previous tiers and adds special members-only videos, quarterly Zoom meet and greet socials. Imagine hanging out with us face-to-face, a personalized birthday video to make your special day even brighter, and the exciting opportunity for recipe and video ideas collaboration help us decide what to whip up next. Joining is easy. Just click the Join button right below this video to explore all the details and become a member today. So, what are you waiting for? Come join our inner circle and let's celebrate together even more.
I'll just throw anything out of your kitchen.
Mm-hmm. And we're back. Mark, nobody's allowed in my kitchen. Yeah. I'm not quite as bad as I used to be, but there is a practical limit. And Phil knows. Doug is the same way. Yeah, well, yeah, sometimes. You know, I know it has to be done. Don't come in and question me. Don't bother me. Just leave me alone.
All right, so let me show off
Go ahead.
what everyone said in chat about non-baked Christmas.
Potato fruit and put it together for them to enjoy with the easy no-bake petit four.
All right. And then Doug and Arnie makes their Yule log. Stolen.
Stolen, yeah.
Bourbon balls.
balls.
Just wait a little bit. Loves bourbon balls.
It's not baked, but I love a Kahlua when I'm not hungry, but everyone is having dessert. Oh, yeah. I make sometimes those Mandarin segment chocolates, or if I happen to have any pretzels, I cover with chocolate. Almond bars is a gift to my favorite aunt. Okay. That's nice. Yeah, and some of those treats could be salty and sweet.
Okay, wow. So Hank remembers the story,
Oh, yeah.
and I posted it in my personal Facebook.
Yes.
All right, so what Hank is referring to is the Jew in the room here. Anyway, I moved around a lot in my lifetime, 18 times to be specific. So 19, 20, including this house. And I will die here. Because I moved around so much, and most of it was for my job. I was a paramedic, so I went wherever the work was, mostly along the North Corridor in North Jersey, from all the way over in the west to Hackettstown to all the way over to Jersey City on the east. So wherever I moved, I made a routine where I would buy a little 4-foot Christmas tree and plant it in the ground, and no matter what, I would decorate it every year. Now, for those who've never had a Christmas tree or an evergreen, they don't do anything for about 4 or 5 years, and it never stayed in anywhere long enough to actually see it grow. Our first house together in Paulsboro, we were there 10 and a half years. So that 4-foot tree, 10 and a half years later, was 18'6".
Yeah, it was some type of species that grew really fast. And it started out as this little shrub, and we thought, meh, and the next year it was as tall as me. So like,
And I would wrap it
Yeah.
root to tip,
yeah.
every branch. So the first couple of years
One
it
of
was
those.
400. Then it was 2,600. Then it was 3,000. Well, the last year we were there at 18'6", even with a pickup truck and an 8-foot ladder in the back, I could not get all the way to the top. So I did the best I could. And, you know, my days of gymnastics around ladders
Yeah.
are all gone. So I posted it as a Facebook memory a couple days ago because I kind of forgot about that tree. So the answer is no, we haven't done one here because we have a full set of woods behind us, and there's lots of great trees back there. So
Not that we decorate them. We did have 3 arborvitaes that he would decorate, and we're slowly getting rid of them. So anyway, let's do some cooking. We haven't really yet, and it is a cooking show. So someone mentioned no bake. Someone mentioned bourbon balls. We're going to make rum balls. Now, Kelly, you could use bourbon if you would prefer. You could use whiskey. You could use wine. But this is an easy no-bake recipe that we did a few years ago, and everyone loves them. So in my bowl here, looks like I have some sand. What this is Nilla wafers.
Ooh, wow.
And it's 2.5 cups, which weighed out to about 270 grams of Nilla wafers that I just ground up in my food processor. And they're pretty finely ground. Next up, pecans. High retirement days. 1 cup, which weighed out to be 110, 111 grams. Also finely ground. This is going to give flavor and texture. Convectional sugar, 130 grams. Powdered sugar, right in. And then some cocoa powder. This is 2 tablespoons. Get it all in there. And that's the dry ingredients. I'm going to give this a stir. This looks good. We're just going to get this combined. Yes, dear.
Yeah.
I took rum balls to the office Christmas party once, and good. Excellent. I have to admit that is one thing that I miss about commuting to an office is those food days we used to have, especially around the holidays. And I work with a lot of Indians, people from India, and other parts of the Middle East, and the food they brought in was mind-blowing. Not at all what you get in the Indian restaurants here, but really neat stuff. And they would be like, this is just crap that we eat every day, but I thought it was amazing. Alright, so that's good and combined. Yes, there's some little lumps of powdered sugar. That's okay. Let's talk wet ingredients. This is the dry. I have another bowl for the wet ingredients, to which I'm going to add the rum. I have 3 ounces, 90 mils of a dark rum. You can use a spice rum, a dark rum. You could use plain old regular light white rum too if you like. And as I said, you can use whiskey, you can use rum, bourbon, even red wine.
Kelly, what would you and Paul favorite rum? Because I know you have a lot of them up there.
To that, I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of light corn syrup. Now, this is not high fructose corn syrup. This is Caro. It's a sweetener and emulsifier, and it's different than high fructose corn syrup, so don't worry about that. Right in. I'm going to have to help this a bit.
All right, Kelly says dark Jamaican rum.
Mm-hmm. A little bit of water. This is going to help dissolve the corn syrup and just lighten it up and bring everything together. 2 tablespoons. And then just a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Let's give that a little whisk to combine it. Whiskey, whiskey. There we go. So pretty simple so far. What have you done? You've dumped some stuff in one bowl and mixed it. You dumped some stuff in another bowl and mixed it. Guess what's going to happen next? To my dry ingredients, we're going to dump some stuff into it and mix it. Wet goes into the dry for this. Now you're probably worried, that doesn't look like enough liquid. But it will.
All right, Paul's weighing in now.
Okay, it will all come together. So I'm going to mix this up. Takes a moment. You probably could do this in a mixer, in a stand mixer, but it really isn't that big of an effort. So what else, dear? While I do this,
So Paul
Let's have my
said,
own.
yeah, let me bring this one back up.
okay,
Paul said dark Jamaican would also do dark Demerara.
all your in from exterior decor green. Oh yeah, okay. I should try this with bourbon or wine or something other than rum, but we've always just done it with rum. I wonder how the Malibu rum would be. Every time I'm pulled into work, food-based, I mostly put in whole meals, usually American, Asian cuisines, or Native American fry bread. Both disappear. But the fry bread is in... Oh yeah, I bet it would be. I just saw something about a Native American restaurant that opened up recently in this area. I'll have to see if I can find it. Alright, this is almost together.
Specifically a local tribe thing.
I think so.
Kelly says coconut rum would be great. I wouldn't use a Malibu because that's got coconut cream in it. But regular coconut rum might be interesting.
Oh, I didn't know the Malibu had coconut cream in it.
Yeah, it does.
It does?
Yep.
Alright.
Coconut rum and Malibu coconut rum are not the same.
Okay, if you say so. Let's all have a rum ball martini. Yes, Jack! Alright, so here we are. It's all come together. I know what we both forgot, or what I forgot. Itchy nose. I should have gotten a little tray and lined it with parchment. Oh well. So what I can do... Look at that.
Would you like a little tray?
No. Nope. I'm going to put some parchment down on my board. This is a little sticky. But that's okay. I have some stuff over here that we're going to use to dip them in. I have some cocoa powder. I have some confectioner's sugar. I have some more ground pecans. And I have some sprinkles. Now, what really is annoying me, I wanted red and green sprinkles. And in like July, I was seeing them all over the place in July. Catch your Christmas baking stuff. Well, I should have, because today I could not find red and green sprinkles anywhere. They had everything else for baking, but not the red and green sprinkles. And I can't believe people really buy that many. But so we're using rainbow, but that's okay. Now, how do you roll these? I like to be consistent. I have my nice little...
You do realize that the South Philly people in comments now are going to be telling us they're not sprinkles, they're jimmies.
No, jimmies are the long ones. These are sprinkles. Or what do they call them on here? Look, sprinkles. See?
Oh, wait. This is good.
Now my madman cook mind said, turn rum into jello shots, turn them into a bonbon covered with chocolate, and then powdered sugar. Well, just you wait. So I like to just get a portion right into my hand and give it a quick roll to get it as round as you can. And onto our little... I'll do a few of these. And when you're making these a big batch, if they start to look a little dry as you're doing it, a little spritz of water. Keep a little mister nearby, or rum, just to give them a little moist. Yeah, my friend Rob's like, yeah, more rum. I got the bourbon balls recipe from Paul's mom, who called them boozy bourbon balls. Is it similar to this?
I mean, bourbon pecans.
Yeah, why not? Why not bourbon pecans?
We're getting
Doug
Doug and Arnie. I think they heard the word Jello.
Now, obviously, your hands are going to get dirty when you're doing this. If you want to wear gloves, you can. But I never mind my hands getting dirty.
You have to touch your food.
So I'll do a few of these, and then we'll dip them. Now, what else could you dip these in? You could dip them in shredded coconuts. You could take it farther. Instead of the cocoa powder, dip them in melted chocolate and a ganache or something, or a chocolate that would harden maybe. Though I think that might be a bit much even for me. But pretty much whatever your little imagination can think of.
And if you have a second, please jump down and hit that like button.
Yes.
We've got 23 people in, but I only have 6 likes, and it really helps the channel.
Oops, that one's coming apart. Let's try that one again.
Needs more rum.
Probably does need more rum.
Hey, wait. You said a mister. Could I make a rum or bourbon mister?
Yeah,
Keep it moist?
That's what I'm saying. Like the little blue. I had it here for the cat the other day. That we keep filled with water. The little plant thing.
Hank wants to know what size portion scoop is that.
This.
Number 40.
It's like a teaspoon and a half. I can't see the number on it. It's actually in the recipe in that episode. Yeah. It just says U.S. patent, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. What size do you think?
Number 40.
Number 40? All right. Hank, my friend Rob, who is also a chef, says number 40. You could go smaller, but I like them a little larger, especially for the holidays. I mean, let's indulge. So let me grab a pretty little plate. Oops. Here we go. A pretty little Christmas cardinal. Let's do one in powdered sugar, because that's pretty classic. And these are soft. Some pecans. You could, they don't have to be refrigerated, but you could put them in an airtight container, put them in the fridge. I would roll them first because you want them to be nice and sticky to pick up what you're rolling them in. We'll do this cocoa. Now I love the cocoa because it's not sweet and it looks like a truffle rather. We'll do the sprinkles. And, you know, this would be a great job for kids.
For the kids, yep.
Because they get their hands dirty. And
Mackenzie would be having a ball with this.
they are soft, though, so they're fragile. You have to be a little careful.
Just be mindful of the kids. They'll eat the rum ball.
Yeah, right. You could leave the rum out. You could use rum extract if you wanted to instead. Or rum flavoring. No, honestly, my parents would have said, you can have one, it won't kill you.
And my mother would have said, you can have one, just hold my cigarettes.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Now, I'll try one and then I'll bring them over to you. I'm going to try, I'll do the powdered sugar. Why not? Going to change, there we go. Here we go. It's fudgy. Oh, thanks, guys. They're soft, they're rich, fudgy, so there's so much chocolate from just that little 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. And yeah, the rum is there. Wow. Dear, I forgot how good these are.
All right, why don't you go deliver those? Let's
will.
check in and see what's happening with our...
And we're back. Those were really good. So these are great. They're very soft right now, but like I said, they don't need to be refrigerated, but you could. But keep them just in an airtight container. They'll keep for a couple weeks. I doubt that they'll last that long because you're going to say, I just want one. All right, I'll just have one more, then that's it. Ask me how I know how that works. So what are some other dessert things that you can have after a big holiday meal? Well, there's always a cocktail. Well, actually, bourbon is 40% alcohol, which is like vanilla extract. So really, if they lower it to teaspoons and add milk or body and liquid to work, 2 for all ages except babies. Okay. I mean, I wouldn't have let my 5-year-old have bourbon balls, but...
Well, the way Daddy drinks bourbon, she probably is already used to it.
That's true. But she's 8 now. You know, 10 or 12, sure. You can have one. You might not like it. Kid probably wouldn't like it at that point. Ooh, sticky corn syrup.
All right, well, while you're doing that, let's talk about our friends.
Yes.
And after watching us tomorrow, watch Pepper Tree Villa live, Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific. They are showing off their Christmas tree village, 55 trees in one house, and a ton in Ben's house, so it's probably 70 between the two of them. Reviews of Hallmark movies, Sherry with her crafts, Doug with cooking, and they do great cocktails. Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific, Velveteen Lounge Kitchen. It's a 2-hour cocktail show, and it's stupid fun.
And there's also on Pepper Tree Villa, Life with Ben. He has his own show, and he recently did a 3-part series touring the Pepper Tree Villa Christmas forest and telling all the stories behind all the trees. So, we were talking about cocktails and things. You know, sometimes you just want maybe just a glass of wine, maybe a cognac, something along those lines. What?
And don't forget the always entertaining Dougisms.
Yes. Yes. So that's another option. Now, you're probably thinking I'm getting ready to mix a cocktail, but I'm not actually. Sadly. That was all bubbling in my head, and then all of a sudden it was like, and there goes the cat, like, oh, it's 2:55, it's now 3 o'clock, and I don't have time to think up a cocktail. But what are some of the other things that are popular? A glass of port, maybe. I know a lot of my Italian American friends will like Sambuca. Again, that licorice to help digest. Or there's another one, a digest. Sorry.
Ouzo.
Well, Greek ouzo, but the Italians like. It's similar to Campari, which is an aperitif. So the digest.
Aperol.
Aperol, thank you. Yeah. They like a nice Aperol, an Aperol spritz maybe. Personally, this time of year, I like either a nice cognac. We're down to the last little wee drum of cognac, so I didn't want to bring the bottle down because...
Got Grand Marnier there.
Yeah, I have Grand Marnier, and I have my favorite and my daughter-in-law's favorite. This time of year is Di Serono. There are other, probably real amarettos too, but I do love Di Serono on ice or straight up. Phil is learning to drink it. It is sweet, but it's very almondy, and it really does. It kind of helps like just calm everything down. And of course, Grand Marnier is an orange liqueur that has cognac. It's mixed with cognac. How would you drink these? I like a Di Serono just in a rocks glass, maybe over a little bit of ice. Maybe not, depending on my mood. You can make dozens of cocktails with this. Grand Marnier, you know, I've never had this straight. I've only ever used it.
We'll pour one right now. Let's taste test.
Someday he's going to let me finish a sentence and complete my thought. Someday before I die. I always say two, I have two hands. So, I don't know. I've only used this ever for cocktails, and it's like more than halfway gone. But I would imagine you might have it in a brandy snifter. What do you think, Rob?
I've only ever known it as a component.
Yeah.
So
Kelly and Paul, what do you think? Kelly and Paul are the cocktail experts. All right. I'll pour.
Or I could run upstairs and get that little bottle.
You can, but you're going to be disappointed.
All
when you
right,
see how much
Joanne
is in
says
there.
pour it in a cordial glass or
Or
a
a snifter. Oh, hi, Joanne. Good. Well, then there we go.
And we'll be seeing them next Saturday.
Yep.
Yep, Kelly says snifter.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, we've used this a lot in a lot of cocktails as a component, but I've never.
But we do like our cognac, and we are low.
We do. Yeah.
Time to make a Long Island trip.
It is. Okay. I smell the cognac. That's nice. It's a little sweet. Not as smooth as some of the cognacs that we have. Grand Marnier is good stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I could drink this after dinner. Sure. I think I'd prefer a regular cognac, but yeah.
I can go
Drink it.
get it.
Are you trying to get me hammered on air, dear? Go get it then, but you're going to be disappointed. You're going to say, like, why did you even save this bottle? Which is why that's my bear. So, anyway, you could make a cocktail. You could do a dessert cocktail, like we did an episode of chocolate-covered cherry martini a few years ago. You could have a grasshopper, something nice and minty. You know, if you like those little mint candies afterwards, or those fancy chocolates as some little tiny bite, a grasshopper, why not? Chocolate and mint.
you could use that in one of your chocolate balls.
Right. Yep. You're right. It could. This would make a great. Yeah, this would make an orangey. Rob just had a brilliant idea. Use that Grand Marnier for the rum balls instead of rum. Use Grand Marnier.
So here's a little trivia for you. Brandy is usually made as a byproduct when places are making champagne. So most of our champagneries on Long Island make their own.
Cognacs or brandies.
And this
See,
particular
it's-
for one, oh, that's a good amount.
Yeah, but it's like the dregs of the bottle.
Oh, we can share a sip.
Okay.
Must cuddle it and make it warm. Now that.
Let's watch Pete and Phil get hammered. All right. I'll give
Why?
it.
Is that any different than watching Kelly and Paul get hammered? Just saying.
That is good. So, one more thing. I found something, and I'm going to kind of channel the Pepper Tree Villa. You could also drink it while preparing dinner. Yes, you could. And I probably would. Pepper Tree Villa often does tastings. They do what's new at Trader Joe's, and where they get some snack and they taste it. Well, I found something in ShopRite today that I picked up on pure impulse. It's chocolate peppermint or peppermint cocoa goldfish in the shape of Snoopy and things. So I saw it. I had to have it. Let's see how they are. Hopefully they're not Vitamin Me to Vegemin commercial. Exactly, Jack. Okay, well, there's a paw print. Well, and there's Snoopy, and then of course the goldfish.
Okay, I'll skip it because it's got peppermint and chocolate. Neither one of them are my favorite.
Okay. I like these. They're not sweet. Not getting much peppermint. But they remind me of those little thin chocolate wafer cookies. Oh wait, there's a peppermint. It comes in later.
It's not a Girl Scout Thin Mint, is it?
No, not that sweet. But, yeah, I could eat these. These would make a good crust, I'll bet, for a cheesecake. Right? Like a peppermint cheesecake. Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
So, if you see these, get them. Fudge covered Ritz crackers. Oh, and I saw them somewhere too. And I thought about getting them. And I remember people like, oh my god, fudge covered Ritz, no, ew. I think they'd be good. Chocolate and salty, butter.
Salty, sweet,
Yeah.
buttery.
What's not to like? Okay.
all right,
So,
let's see where we are now. So we don't have any of our Canada people or our UK people in today. I don't think. Nope, we don't. But it's a good mix. And again, it's Sunday, so they're all watching.
well, they could be out Christmas shopping. They could be watching Christmas specials and decorating their tree. I support Girl Scouts. I'm looking for a dealer. I have to admit now, I love the Girl Scouts because they're all inclusive, but I do not care for Girl Scout cookies. I never did. I know some will say it's un-American, but not so much.
So I do have a PSA,
Okay.
and that is for our channel members. I was about to send an email out to our channel members directly because in January we'll be doing first of our Zoom meetings where you all get to talk and we get to talk about ideas and all that. And then I realized that YouTube does not expose your direct email address. So I do have some of your emails. If you are a channel member and you're comfortable, send me your email address, info@Let's Celebrate TV, so I can tie your email address to your membership. And then for January, probably second week, we'll be doing a Zoom call with all of you guys, and we'll talk about what we got planned and what you think we should have planned, and we'll collaborate some ideas and have a nice cocktail evening together.
In other words, getting hammered. All right, let's wrap this up. We're just over an hour. What's coming up next on Let's Celebrate TV, dear? So next week's live stream, Jingle Bells, something smells delicious. It's the ultimate holiday main dish. As I said, this is part of a series, and we're actually going to be making a whole holiday meal in this hour plus. Just a small version of one, but that's what we're doing, just to give you all some inspiration. Maybe you want to do something different. We'll see. Someone else also... Okay, before we go... Oh, never mind. Thank you for that. Just... Yeah.
Too late, I hit the button. And thanks to our sous chef members, Ben, Hank, Kevin, and Em, our pantry staples, Mark and Melissa, our Spice Rack members, and all our chat supporters of Donate Money, and our business associates, ARH, and everyone here on chat today. And we will see you on
Cheers.
Wednesday with some cocktail episodes.
Cheers.